May 17th, 2017, Bob Mueller is appointed. Your friend Jim Comey's been fired. He's already leaked the memos to his law professor friend, and Mueller is special counsel. Do you remember how long it took for you to start talking about impeachment after Bob Mueller was appointed?
I don't, sir.
1 day. 1 day. And you were talking about impeachment. And for anyone who may have missed it the day after his appointment, Agent Strzok, you did it again 5 days later. Now, how many interviews had you done as part of the special counsel team within the first 5 days of his appointment?
Sir, again, same answer as before. I can't get into details.
Right, and the answer is also the same. It's 0. No interviews had been done.
I don't know if that's true or not.
No interviews had been done by August the 8th when you're talking about stopping him and how terrifying it would be for him to win and how you can protect the country. And no interviews have been done before you're talking about impeachment of the president.
That's FBI's Peter Strzok getting really torn into by Trey Gowdy. Let's bring in former Assistant Director, FBI Assistant Director there, Jim Kallstrom. What is your reaction, Jim, that Peter Strzok was talking about impeachment within days of the Mueller probe being launched?
You know, Liz, his body language was really, really bad. You know, he's a narcissist of the highest degree. He's got an ego. He's a lot like Comey. I guess that's why Comey promoted him. And he's a liar. I mean, he's a good liar. He's a smart guy, so he can lie with great proficiency. But he's an absolute disgrace to the FBI. And, you know, he used the term we on numerous occasions. I just wonder who the rest of the we are. And, you know, it's just an outrage that the people in the FBI that I spent most of my adult life in and loved what we did for the American people, you know, could promote somebody with all these character flaws to such a high position and then just leave them there. I mean, it's just outrageous.
Should he have been fired?
Oh, I think he should be fired, absolutely. I mean, I just think what he has done. Of course, we need to impanel a grand jury, Liz. We're never going to get to all the facts, obviously, in these hearings. You saw the circus atmosphere of the Democrats today. It was outrageous, you know. And you're going to get a few bits and pieces here, but you know, we're not going to get to the facts. The Attorney General has to impanel a grand jury. You know, we've never even spoken, you know, about the unmaskings, about FISA, about the affidavits, about who signed them, about the lies that were perpetrated there, the falsities that were there, you know, and all the other things that they're just laying dormant, you know, sort of frozen by the lack of apparently the lack of action by the Justice Department.
Yeah, you know, Bob Goodlatte saying swap out the word Trump, put Hillary Clinton or Obama there, saying, you know, Obama's a disaster. Hillary Clinton's going to destabilize the country. You know, you do that, you see clearly what the principle is at stake, Mr. Kallstrom. And, you know, Strzok contradicted himself. First, he claimed he could not recall his text messages saying we will stop the Trump campaign. But then within minutes, he did recall that text message. And he also argued he was kicked off the Mueller team because of this perception of bias, not bias alone. What's your reaction to all that?
Well, it just fits in with his fragile, you know, narcissistic way about him, and you know, he just sits there with this smirk on his face, like he's smarter than everybody in the room, and he's not. You know, he's just not. And to think that, you know, anyone looking at him, you know, is going to know that basically he's lying his guts out.
Did you personally know him? Did you personally know him?
No.
Do you know people who know him?
No, I don't. He's far, far junior to me. I mean, I've been out of the FBI for 20 years now. You know, but you know, it's so important. You know, I can see Comey promoting people that were like him and with all the faults that Comey has. You know, so how many others, you know, are in that category? It's too bad the lack of leadership that is at the top of the FBI.
Jim, what do your FBI buddies say about Jim Comey and Peter Strzok?
They're totally disgusted. They're just totally, absolutely disgusted. I mean, I sat here today, Liz, and it just killed me to watch this thing. I mean, it was the circus, the Democrats with their usual circus act. But, you know, to see him sitting there with that smirk on his face, and hear all his text messages read, and have Trey Gowdy and others, put this thing in time, date order. He's trying to push himself off as, having political thoughts like everybody does, but, he's basically full of it, Liz. And,
you think he was biased at the FBI, that he had led biased probes? Yeah.
I mean, how much more biased can you be? How much more biased can you be? And, we don't have all the details, Liz, but we're going to find out a lot more if anyone ever gets off their dead behind at the Justice Department. And we have to compel testimony before the grand jury, and we have to get others involved in this, before the grand jury.
Jim Kallstrom, former FBI Assistant Director, thank you so much for your insights there, sir. Really appreciate it. Come back soon.
My pleasure.